jump in the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My 8 spoons on, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny side on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They with the cred with it. See, we the fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food, flow, and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing now. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a broken key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let you heard, we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag. Young Cruz a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The ego had no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indies grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's all up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are,
7th in the AFC Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And what a great game that was to watch last week, because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
Throwing is McDonald. It's complete to Brown, right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
McDonald sets to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Micah Parsons,
the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. McDonald.
Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Holding defense.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline. They're going to take possession of the football on the INT. Here's McDonald to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Richardson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And the Bengals grab it. He's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? And right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
11 mighty.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
12.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
12. 11 empty.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
There you go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 24, Burrow. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. Down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run again. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, MT, Kate. 11, MT, Kate. 11, Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. This is taken at the 23. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
11, 11,
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
11, 11. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11, 11, 11.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope ball? Is this biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here we go, here we go. 12, 11, 11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down the ground. Now, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I get the thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Gun.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one's a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow.
Holding offense.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McDonald, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bengals are once again back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now 13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Throwing after the interception. McDonald, the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. McDonald, quick hitter here, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a carry here for their fullback. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right at the 35. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. In motion goes the tight end. They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go. Cincinnati Bengals. 11.
Again, it's Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fielded right around the 8. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Here we go.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 MT, Pate. 11 Common.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Play action. It's McDonald. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Pat Surtain. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
A good pickup there, 22.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
11.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, 26 yards. And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Selma, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Fire beware. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on him.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Still down run quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
11 empty.
Here's Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. McDonald. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Burrow will throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are an extra point away from going up by 30. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways because rushing the passer, That was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10.
11.
Burrow on play action. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11 MT, 11 Thomas. 12. Turbo touch. 11 MT.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. This offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Oh, able to avoid him. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now he'll escape to his left. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing is McDonald. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26.
McDonald sets to throw.
Going to throw right side here, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
McDonald. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Come on, come on. Hey.
They'll look to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
Here's McDonald to throw.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders get a bit closer.
They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And the try for 2, unsuccessful. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
88 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon. At this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Here we go.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 11.
Now Burrow. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Let's go.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here we go on 4th down. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
On one, ready?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. McDonald. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. McDonald. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to roll it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Shoves him aside. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Going to learn to fight another week as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.
told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping in track, I was messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real Jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I tell her my vision. You young and she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it a hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. This body gonna cover my face. You see me working and working. I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head
They
in the game.
screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, Bobby had the Steeler. I pop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking facts, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them. Wear down. I'm in LA, riding around in the Ram. My dog just called, say he